the CMP team reporting for duty. Today, all three of us are going to build some more buildings.
By the way, I changed the B to a P. All of the letters stand for our last names, since the B stands for Joe's last name. Kim's last name is possible, and it starts with P.
I already got that. I'm wondering why we were originally called CMB Productions and Military Character Elimination. But anyways, hi there. We have returned for a few words we are going to build. Since we all start with K, we will be doing the honors of building words for Cole. Also, can you believe Season 17 is all done now? I wonder if Season Q of Nathan's version will ever come on top like the other seasons. Anyways, there aren't that many 17 letter collect words since the letter Q is commonly connected to a future letter. But we might build a bunch of forgotten words too.
Seriously, I really hope not just Season R might come out after word building is done, but I also wonder what Squetter character elimination is like. We never got to see that during Season Q.
I agree. I am, however, mostly really excited for Season R, because that's my second favorite letter. I think you already probably know why, even though I don't think the character I'm mentioning is competing in Cole's version, since I was eliminated before the merge, and it's really a doubt Cole actually watched my show.
Well, anyways, with that out of the way, let's do this!
Barbecue.
Well, here we have a total coincidence. Nathan's version of Season Q, Episodes 9 through 14 of Character Alphabet Action, and Season B of CAE version 2. All of these add up into this abbreviation there. The word BBQ, short for barbecue, is a meal, social gathering, or a cooking method. It involves cooking food, most often meat, with the heat and smoke of a live fire. The cooking method, type of device, cuisine, and social events associated with the term vary significantly by region and country.
Q&A.
Unfortunately, we do not have that many words starting with Q, or have Q, in it, because it is most commonly next to a future letter, but we will get there. Season R might be quicker than we thought if that's the case. But anyways, the word Q and A, short for questions and answers, is a common format for sharing information, as in you can ask someone a question, and they will answer. All of the contestants in CAE and the animal hosts have Q and As on DeviantArt, so you can ask them a question, and they will answer. The same can also be said with Benny's contestants.
King Dao.
Finally, our first non-abbreviation. The word Qingdao is a city in China. Qingdao is a major coastal city in China's Shandong province, distinguished by a unique blend of Chinese and European culture, with German colonial-era architecture prominent in its old town. It is a major seaport, naval base, and industrial center, but is perhaps most famous for being the home of Tsingtao beer, established by German settlers in 1903. Beyond its industrial importance and beer culture, Qingdao is a popular tourist destination known for its beautiful beaches, the iconic Hanqiao Pier, the surrounding Liaoshan Mountains, and a rich cultural scene that includes the arts, music, and marine science.
Qianlong.
Seriously, it's like the only letter Q words are related to China. The word Qianlong, or the Qianlong Emperor, is a Chinese emperor who ruled from 1735 to 1796, presided over the golden age of China's Qing dynasty, inheriting a prosperous and well-managed empire from his grandfather and father. A capable military strategist, he oversaw the greatest territorial expansion of the Qing dynasty, incorporating Xinjiang, Tibet, and other regions, though these costly military campaigns eventually depleted the imperial treasury. By the way, Cole Ming does not just mean the amazing digital circus character. It also means a dynasty in China from 1368 to 1644. And one of the notable achievements include the strengthening and extension of the Great Wall of China, the construction of the Forbidden City in Beijing, and the maritime expeditions led by Admiral Zheng He in the early 15th century. You really need to know your history.
Feck.
Okay, that's enough about China. The word FAQ, or Frequently Asked Questions, is a resource typically found on a website that provides concise answers to the most common inquiries from customers or users. Its purpose is to help visitors find information quickly and independently, reducing the need for direct contact with customer support.
IQ.
Okay, this is ridiculous. These are the 17-letter collected words in a nutshell for now, acronyms, and things related to China.
Enough with the acronyms!
But anyways, the word IQ, or intelligence quotient, is a score derived from standardized tests designed to assess human cognitive abilities, including reasoning, problem solving, and memory, relative to a person's age group. The average score on these tests is set at 100, with results typically following a bell curve, meaning most people score in the average range of 85 to 115. While useful in educational and research settings for evaluating certain cognitive functions, IQ testing has been criticized for its limitations, as it does not capture the full spectrum of intelligence, such as creativity, emotional intelligence, or practical skills. Critics also raise concerns about cultural and socioeconomic biases, pointing out that environmental factors like education and family background can significantly influence scores, challenging the test's claim to measure innate, unchangeable intelligence.
Gallop.
Well, that's all the letter Q words we have. Now time for forgotten words. The word gallop is the fastest running gait of a quadrupedal animal, like a horse, in which all four legs are simultaneously airborne at one point during each stride. It is a rapid, bounding movement that is a 4-beat rhythm, with each foot hitting the ground at separate, distinct intervals. While most often associated with horses, the term can also be used to describe the fast bounding of other animals, including some crocodiles and quarter horses.
Gabon.
Seriously, why are there forgotten countries? The word Gabon is a country in Africa known for its dense rainforests, significant biodiversity, and rich natural resources, including petroleum, timber, and manganese. The country is sparsely populated, with a high urbanization rate and a young population, but faces high levels of poverty and income inequality. Despite its resource wealth, the capital and largest city is Libreville.
Ghana.
2 forgotten countries in Africa starting with G? Are you kidding me? The word Ghana is another country in Africa known for its status as a relatively stable multi-party democracy, and for being the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule in 1957. With a diverse population that includes over 50 ethnic groups, Ghana is also home to a vibrant culture, lush rainforests, and historic sites, like the European-built forts and castles along its coastline that were once used in the slave trade. Its capital and largest city is Accra.
Decapod.
Well, that is an obscure word for describing animals, unless you've watched Mona. The word decapod is an invertebrate belonging to a group of crustaceans that includes familiar animals like crabs, lobsters, shrimp, and crayfish. These creatures are primarily characterized by having 5 pairs of walking legs, or parapods, on their thorax, and often possess enlarged pincers. While most decapods live in marine environments, some species have adapted to freshwater or even terrestrial habitats.
Catgop.
Speaking of animal species, the word copepod is a subclass of small shrimp, like crustaceans found in nearly every marine and freshwater habitat on Earth, making them one of the most abundant multicellular animals in the world. As a major component of zooplankton, they form a crucial link in aquatic food webs by grazing on microscopic algae and organic debris, and in turn, serving as a vital food source for a vast array of larger organisms, including fish, whales, and seabirds. Despite their tiny size, typically 1 to 2 millimeters, their sheer numbers and ecological position mean they play a key role in the global carbon cycle, helping to transfer carbon from surface waters to the deep ocean.
Cop.
Seriously, I thought we pretty much already had the word when we built the word police. The word cop is an informal and often slang term for a police officer, used colloquially in both British and American English. The word is believed to have originated in the mid-19th century as a shortening of copper. Despite its origins as a somewhat derogatory or informal term, it is not offensive at all, and in fact has become a widely accepted and common part of the lexicon, used by the general public and sometimes by police officers themselves.
Copacabana.
That is a really weird word there. The word Copacabana is a beach and neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, a globally renowned symbol of Brazilian culture, nightlife, and natural beauty. The neighborhood, with its bustling promenade featuring the iconic wavy Portuguese pavement, was once a quiet fishing village that transformed into a luxurious residential and tourist hub following the construction of a tunnel in 1892 and the famous Copacabana Palace Hotel, Indiana 1923. It also means a historic New York City nightclub, which is a popular venue for performers and mobsters in the mid-20th century, and the subject of the Barry Manilow song of the same name.
Loop.
The word loop is a circular or curved shape formed by a line, string, wire, or similar object that bends around and crosses over itself. Loops are commonly seen in shoelaces and some racetracks. It also means when you give the option to repeat videos on YouTube or when you want to repeat songs from Spotify or other music streaming services.
Impale.
Oh no. Another death word. At least I think it's appropriate enough, but just do not do that in the arcade park or the amusement park at all, because we did not approve when Bowser committed suicide by jumping off the arcade park. The word impale is to pierce or fasten a person or object with a sharp and pointed instrument like a sword, spear, lance, or maybe even a needle.
Don't call me needy!
I mean needle. Historically, it has been used as a brutal method of torture and execution, most famously associated with Vlad the Impaler in the 15th century, though its use dates back to ancient Assyria.
Komodo.
Wow, that is a really big lizard there. The word Komodo, or Komodo dragon, is the world's largest living lizard, which is native to Indonesia. It has a powerful build, reaching lengths of up to 10 feet, and weighing over 150 pounds. Known for its venomous bite and serrated teeth, the Komodo dragon is an apex predator that hunts a variety of prey, including deer and water buffalo. Its tough, scaly skin and an exceptional sense of smell make it a formidable predator in its habitat, making it a fascinating and iconic reptile.
Lao.
Alright, seriously, another character word? And why did this movie become a box office flop? The word Elio is a Pixar film released this year. It follows the titular boy, who is mistaken for the intergalactic ambassador of Earth after being beamed up by aliens for making contact, and must navigate a crisis that involves the warlord father of an alien he befriended.
Helipad.
Why are there so many obscure words? The word helipad is a flat and marked area specifically designed for the takeoff and landing of helicopters, unlike a heliport, which is a more extensive facility that includes additional infrastructure such as hangars, fueling stations, and terminals. A helipad is typically just the landing surface itself. Helipads are identifiable by the distinctive H symbol painted on their surface and can be found in various locations where quick vertical lift access is needed, including on rooftops of hospitals for medical evacuations, atop corporate buildings, on ships and oil rigs, and at remote sites where traditional runways are impractical.
Handicap.
I'm sure that's probably gonna be Nathan's last word for a while. The word handicap is a set of adjustments or conditions designed to give a player who is at a disadvantage a fairer chance of winning. These adjustments can involve giving the weaker player extra points, advantages, or making the game more challenging for the stronger player. The purpose of a handicap is to level the playing field and create a more balanced, competitive experience, ensuring that both players have an opportunity to win, regardless of their skill or ability. Handicaps are commonly used in sports, games, and competitions to promote fairness. However, it also means a physical or mental condition that restricts or limits a person's ability to function and participate in daily activities. However, this use of the term is increasingly considered outdated and offensive, with disability now being the preferred and more respectful term. Ouch.
Aha! There is that animatronic. This is what you get for leaving out us with that name when Cole made that word.